It's the CalebDMTG Show.
That's the easiest way to rack up trophies, physics. Mono red, mono white. They're always open. They're always good. I don't know how many of y'all caught the Team Cube weekend we did. There was a 4v4. But my strategy for that was literally just, yep, here's another aggro deck. What a lot of people don't realize about the trophy racing, like if you are racing, is that it becomes correct to play the decks that win very quickly too, because you get to fit in more drafts that way. So like play an aggro deck and have the whole thing done in an hour versus like play some dirtly controlled deck that might take 2 hours even. Yeah, we're just gonna grab the Mox Emerald. I like that Moto's auto-selecting Raven Inspector for us, but we are just grabbing the Emerald. And for wheels out of this pack, I'm actually opening the Saga wheels. Maybe people are still underestimating that card. Nassif was silencing all the haters. Yeah, I was excited to fucking have Nassif on my team. Been a Nassif fan for a long time. He did crush. I think we got the same number of trophies. Or it was within like one or something. I don't know what to do here. Usually when I pick one of Mox, I try and stay in that color, because a non-color Mox is so much better than an off-color. Off-color Moxes are still good, but on-color is better. We could take Skydiver. I'm not really interested in these green cards. We could take one of the 7s. Let's grab Karn. Karn fits a lot of decks. He'll be alright. It's not really what I'm looking to second pick. Like 4 years ago, I would have been totally fine second picking a Karn. There's been a little bit of power creep. Or maybe I've just adjusted over the years. I don't know. There's only so much time in these games, right? There's only so much time to like get to 7 mana and play it and have your card win. It's not like Karn's like a Crater Hoof, right? That just like bam, win on the spot. Needs a few turns. I think I'm gonna grab Trident Dynamo here. Both these green cards are like fine. They're both a little mid-rangey. They're both fine. And in some decks, Gilded Lotus is a lot better than Trident Dynamo, but this start doesn't necessarily point that direction, right? I don't hate this Ren in 6. How do we feel about Ren in 6? Yeah. Weirdly enough, Ren in 6 is more exciting to me than Karn because it comes down so much faster. It has like a greater chance to like actually impact the board, impact the game. And the pings are really good in some matchups, and now you can like build towards the strip mine thing. I'm actually kind of feeling Atarka here. Atarka, Shatter Skull. Should I draft another meme jar? I do like a meme jar. Could take an off-color Signet. It's like really off-color, but we're also like not married to red-green. We just have a couple picks right so far. We could certainly shift. We could take the Blackleaf Cliffs and go into Jund. Jund is pretty good. You like Wasteland? I'm not super big on Wasteland just because it's like not good against everybody, right? Those monocolor aggro decks. It doesn't do the same thing. There's a lot of good lands in this cube though. Wasteland's a fine pickup. Ooh. So Karak is pretty nuts to still throw into like any old fucking deck. But we're gonna take this Wooded Foothills. Keep on building towards the red and 6. And then here, God, the Thraben Inspector Wield. Who passes Ancestral Recall? And there's Time Warp and Showdown is gas and Regrowth is good. I think Regrowth would be like kind of a wimpy pick here. I think I'll either want the Inspector or the Time Warp. Let's grab Time Warp. We have 2 Planeswalkers already. Warp plays well with those. And the reason to take the Thraben Inspector, it's a solid card, and like if you end up white, you obviously play it, kind of regardless of what the rest of your deck looks like. And then white tends to be open. So, whereas blue tends to not be. That said, it's a very late Time Warp. So there might have just been some weak blue packs in there along the way. Totally possible. The Den of the Bugbear is totally reasonable, totally fine. But I kind of like having the Classman on the board. Maybe have a main deck. Grabbing a snack was such a good idea. So we're gonna have the Ravages of War here. Even though I don't expect to be white, it just fits the deck plan a whole lot better than Brain Freeze would. So the best card in this pack by a country mile is Fractured Identity, which we could consider. Like our red-green fixing is good enough that we could start thinking about splashes and the like. The other pick that would make a lot of sense here would be Inferno Titan, which is another card that can just like beat decks on its own, you know? Heath is nice, Shelldock is nice. I think we'll go with the Heath. Gargaroth's interesting. Interesting pack. I like the Temple Garden a lot. Makes the white splash real easy. There's also a Teferi and a Grim Monolith here. Let's keep stacking Planeswalkers. Give me that Teferi. So Taiga is good, but we do already have Stomping Ground as a fetchable. I think our red-green fixing is really good already. I kind of like Golos. Our mana base is starting to look like it can support it too. So this pick is between Garruk Wildspeaker and 3-mana Teferi. I think 3-mana Teferi is a little bit more fucked up. The blue-white drafter to the right of me is like gotta be super upset right now. Didn't we see a Colonnade? Didn't we see a Colonnade kind of late in the first pack? The white might just be open. I'm gonna grab this Azorius Signet. Swords of Plowshares, very tempting, especially the Yardle Swords of Plowshares. And Time Spiral's already good, always good. But the Signet, we need a little bit of acceleration. We need a little bit of fixing in those color combinations specifically. It just fits really well here. So this is Steam Mints versus Celestia Signet versus Palace Jailer. We could take a Jailer. I kind of like the Vents. Woody Foothills gets it, but Heath doesn't. Let's grab the Signet. We have a lot of picks in lands already, and the Signet takes up a spell slot. Oh no, another Reliquary, please. Inferno Titan Wield. Ready's an option. Let's go actual 5-color. Parallax Wave's also kind of interesting. I worry we might have too much red fixing at a certain point. We can cut the smashing though. Hey, Temple Garden Wield, awesome. Awesome. Some nice sideboard cards. Raid's probably gonna make the main deck. Omnath? Yeah, this would be a great Omnath deck, huh? I kind of want, like, one blue dual that's fetchable, like a Trop or some shit. Pretty glad we dipped into blue at this stage of the game. You need to wield this Omnath. I don't actually like adding library to this mana base. Especially when like Omnath and Tireless Tracker give us so much value. And we already have a lot of picks on lands. Arid Mace is an option. I think I'm gonna drop the Tracker. Another fetch would be really nice though. It'd be really nice with this Ren. Are we a fast spawn deck? I don't think we are. We didn't take that draw 7. We don't have like Crucible, we just have Ren and 6. Season Pyromancer is an option. Top is an option. We don't have the blue cards for Force Negation, really. Yeah, let's go Pyromancer. Maybe Recurring Nightmare. Yeah, got the Shrine for Golos was an option. Goose is an option. We could just take Savannah. Could take Wrath too. I don't hate Wrath here. Better main deck card than the Klasm for sure. The issue with Spire Bluff is that we already have a lot of red fixing. So I'd almost rather just play another island. Or it's not that much better than playing an island, rather. Correct, that we do not have any blue lands yet. That's alright, though. Seven islands, bam. Got a mana base. I guess Spellseeker makes sense. Usually I like to have more than just like a Braid and Recall. Like, I don't think I'm going to main deck the Klasm. Could play the Burst Lightning. Wow. So our mana base needs this Breeding Pool. But the Wrenn and 6 gets a lot better if we have a Strip Mine. Yeah, right? We need the Breeding Pool, but we want the Strip, exactly. I don't think Clamp does anything here. Could be Mentor deck. Yeah, too bad we didn't see that last pack earlier, huh? Would have been a nice one to wheel something out of. Ooh, I like Nihiri here a lot. There's the Excavator. And there's the Excavator. Do I still want Excavator? We do have a Geddon here. Omnath did indeed wheel. Nice. Now, do I want this expressive iteration, or do I want the Godless Shrine for Golos? I think I want to activate Golos. I think I like that idea. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm not playing the Shatter Skull Smashing. Make room for more fetchables, more basics. I almost like Dreadhorde with just Recall and Burst Lightning. Yeah, cut Lava Claw. You think this deck looks great? I think so too. Hopefully it plays out well. After we got the Lightning Helix on the wheel, I think it's probably a better main deck card than the Burst Lightning. Not 100% that I like the Spellseeker, but I think I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna try it out. I might cut this Mentor. Totally solid card, totally reasonable. Sideboard the Excavator. Well, we're playing the Excavator because we're playing like Ravage's Ore. So I don't know what matchup Excavator would suddenly be good in. We have 10 creatures. We have 9 creatures. And 3 of them come down after Wrath of God on the curve. Omnath comes down on the same spot on the curve. So the only creatures that your Wrath is hitting are Knight of the Reliquary, Tireless Tracker, Excavator, Seasoned Pyromancer, and Spellseeker. And of those 5 cards, Seasoned Pyromancer and Spellseeker give you the immediate value. And then Excavator and Tracker can also get value before you have to pull the Wrath trigger too. And all 5 of those cards are totally like reasonable to hold on to post-Wrath as well. Well, Spellseeker doesn't just get Recall, it also gets a Braid and Lightning Helix, right? Is 3 and Dynamo good here? Yeah, I think it's great here. I think I am going to cut the Excavator. Probably get enough of that action with Ren and 6. Let's see. So this is probably an excess of green sources, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a Signet is 9. Yeah, we probably don't need that basic. And then red here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wouldn't hate one more red source. Blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the Signet. That's close to right. 6 is close. And then white here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 2 Signets. Brings us to 9. Yeah, so I wanted to cut the forest. Just play like one more red source. Is that all I have to do? Playing one more blue would be fine, but I think with like Nether Reliquary and red and 6 to rebuy fetches and stuff, I think we'll be alright. This will be fine. Down plains, up an island. I mean, we have double white with Wrath of God. Would that even it? I think you're right, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then what did we say blue was? 6? Yeah. No, you're right, you're right. Good call. I do not think Shadow Skull is better than, or Shadow Skull Smashing is better than Mountain here. Mostly because, like, when Ren and 6 is like rebuying Wooded Foothills, I want to make sure there's enough actual fetchable lands in the deck. And Shadow Skull is not that. I do like that it's a land that you can discard the Pyromancer to get a value. Oh, we should be playing it. We should be playing the Shadow Skull because it's a land that we can 2 to 4 with Spellseeker. That's a really good reason to be playing the Shadow Skull. I'm gonna update Stream Decker. Yeah, I don't think the double blue and Time Warp's gonna be that hard. We have a whole lot of fixing going on. Like, even outside of like our duels and stuff, like Golos goes and gets a land, that sort of thing. We have a lot more than 1 plains for Nether Reliquary. There's Temple Garden, Stomping Ground, Godless Shrine, Breeding Pool. It's not just one, it's not just basic plains. You just like a plains or a forest. Hands a little late on the tracker, huh? Send it back. We have more than 0 forests. They are not basic forests, but we have more than 0. I already talked about Ramen Up earlier, Jebikirk. I'm not gonna just, like, talk about Ramen Up the entire cube, the entire draft. I'm gonna focus on playing some games now. Fuck. This ain't, like, we're already on 5. This hand could just get there with, like, a fetch for red and 6. You could also do stone fucking nothing, right? Mulling to 4 on the play seems disastrous. Whereas this hand actually has, like, draws where it could work out. The reason to cast the recall in their upkeep instead of on my own turn as a sorcery is because I wanted to play around force negation. It's pretty important that that recall resolved, right? So I wanted to give it the best chance possible. Tapping their lane if they have Spell Pierce is very unlikely to be that relevant, because if they Spell Pierce the recall, the game's kind of over. I think I only have one more fetchable here. Well, that's not true, there's other mountains. That's just that one, yeah. This is kind of what I was talking about when I was, like, hesitant to play the Shatter Skull. I was a little worried about running out of fetchables with some certain draws. That's alright though. We have some land drops stored up. Kinda miss my Nether Relic right now. They're just bidding lay up the stage and a land. Yeah, we're getting into the range where, like, 5 mana Teferi would be a really good draw, but even now, Seasoned Pyromancer would be pretty insane. In 2 lands, start getting them back. The question here is, do I just keep upticking this red and 6? Or do I ping some Thopters? I should ping 1 at least. Yeah, I'm just gonna let the red and 6 deal with the pings. I deal with the thups. Chill in the Abrade for now. They played Thirst for Knowledge, so they, like, clearly have other artifacts, right? Some of those could be quite good. Wow. Sweet. I was, like, terrified. I was like, I should have just fucking upgraded that 1/1. Next game, I want to board out Wasteland for like any land at all. Probably an island, but any land at all would do. Island or a mountain. I was talking about how much I didn't need a Spirebluff Canal, but in the draft portion. The reason for them to sack Memory Jar here is if they have like Brain Freeze in their deck somewhere. If they don't, it's probably not great. Yeah, but we have plenty of green mana to Jake. Maybe Wasteland stays in. Just for Shelldog. Shelldog's pretty good. The Shelldog would be turned on literally on my next turn. It is a pretty good mold of 5, has been working out. You think they're doing Storm things? Maybe. P&K is usually not a card you see in Storm decks, but maybe they just needed it to have artifacts for Tinker. Tinker for Memory Jar is definitely a Storm move, huh? Yeah. Yeah, shit. This might be a matchup where we just like need to hit Geddon super early. He just never really worried to get in Dead You. Six mana. They are playing Brain Freeze. I think they should have cracked that jar earlier then. Maybe they were worried about giving me graveyard value or something. Or I guess if they cracked the jar, I would have had the 7 cards for my turn, because I cast it on their end of turn. They're targeting themselves with Brain Freeze. Does that mean they have Past in Flames in hand? Or maybe they're looking for Past in Flames. Well, there is a Past in Flames, but now it uses all of their mana to flash it back, right? Because they have to crack the Lion's Eye Diamond. And that's all 5 mana. Breach? I don't think Breach is in the cube. So they set themselves up. I mean, they have like a stocked graveyard for the next turn, but if we get to untap there, then we get to answer their LED and their mana thing, just with our planeswalkers that were in play. So we're gonna get a little bit more aggressive here, rather than... And we want Monastery Minter. There's some other fucking card I wanted. I don't remember what it was now. Does it just light up the stage? We're split well with Minter. Play Abbott. Hey, thanks, Big Head Nan. Shadow Skull. I still like Shadow Skull as a land that I can tutor for with Spellseeker. I think it stays in. They didn't have like no targets, right? They played P and K. We saw 2 targets for Wasteland. One of them was really good. Sheldock Isle. I want to make sure that I can kill Sheldock Isle, so Wasteland's staying in. Although if I had cut it for an island, as I wanted, then this hand would look a lot better, wouldn't it? I'm gonna keep this anyway. I'm just supposed to cast Shieldbreaker on one. How did I get this pile of a deck? Really Mox Emerald when green wasn't really open. I like drafting red in 6 decks. And then in pack 2, like the blue-white cards were flowing.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Ghostly Magic 619, thanks to the sub, thanks to the 4 months. Fuck, huh? It's a little better. So what we need now is another blue source with this time warp, and ideally we can get to Fairy Elf before the opponent's ready to deal with it. I mistapped earlier. And then I'm just gonna go Shield Breaker on a Thopter. Ooh, nice. Force Will on Recall. Pitching Tinker. How's it feel? It feels good. And now the Shield Breaker can block for my my Teferi here. No, if you Teferi first, then they have to Force Will the Teferi, and then we don't get to bounce their token. They might even like let it resolve, and then rather than Force Will pitch Tinker, I don't think they still have a Tinker. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the way that worked out. Like, Recall is a 3-for-1, right? But then it was still a 3-for-1 because they force pitched, and then Teferi was like already a 2-for-1, answering the Thopter that would have been pressure for my shit. Should we maybe be fetching with the Heath? I don't know. Lowers our deck count though for Brain Freeze. Right now what I'm worried about is like a draw 7 into good stuff. Nice, great draw. Always kind of power 9. Well, I'm not Force Willing a fucking Mox Pearl. Very rarely. Sweet. So that was like potentially a very tricky matchup. But our draws lined up pretty alright. Do we just keep on keeping hands with bad mana and hoping that it'll work out? Is that the plan? Is that the plan with this deck? This hand doesn't even have red. Red's pretty important. This looks better. We're gonna be going to like 14 just to play the Signet on Tomb. Some of the reason that the smashing is a little worse than a land sometimes. But our opponent didn't go turn 1 fucking Mountain Goblin Guide, so they were alright. We already need more land drops. Come on, land. Come on. Oh no. This game just gonna be us getting twinned the fuck out. Forced negation, pitching daze to protect Mox Pearl. Come on, land. Yes. How about this one? Awesome. You expect it to be dead there? Yeah, I mean, they might have the twin in hand, and they're just like... They just, like, didn't have the land last turn. No, Manihiri. Also losing my green source here for trackers. Kind of a bummer. And we already drew our Shatter Skull and our Recall, so this only has Helix to grab. It's better than nothing, but... It'd be pretty awesome if we could get one of those other cards again. What if I should be worried about Resto here?
Oh shit, what up?
Yay, more pain, yay. Hey, CXXXX100. Thanks for the solid, thanks for sharing that prime. So now we're dead to a Kiki Jiki. We're not dead to a twin, but we are dead to a Kiki Jiki. That's a card they have. Bribery almost kills us. It's very close. Has Inferno Titan. Heck of a card, that Bribery. We do not have Metamorph, no. I said the best card that they could get. Oh shit, what up? Hey Zab, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 24 months. Omnath is so close to being exciting. I think I just gotta warp. Yeah, all these cards are so close to being good, but they're not quite there. We don't have any lab draws either. Yeah, we were like a mana off for too many turns there. Glorybringer got a few too many hits in. I'm gonna have to go to draw a fetch. Yeah. It's valid. I kinda like Baneslayer Angel against them. Yeah, let's get the Shadow Skull for the mountain. I don't want to have to bolt myself again, even if I do like the idea of Spellseeker getting a land. Take out the Titan and the Atarka. It might be a little tricky to win the game, but it certainly would make their Bribery a lot worse, huh? I think most of the games that they bribery me and like take one of those things were like pretty fine with it. Even with that hand, we had like plenty of answers to an Inferno Titan. Just didn't have the time. Yes, we want Ravages in this matchup. Holy shit. Possibly my best card against them. My best chance of winning the game. Yeah, Rain Bolt's Fairies are really good against Bribery. That's my main concern with cutting the Titan and the Atarka is actually being able to win the game, but maybe we're just like more likely to win with a pile of Planeswalkers anyway. We did see a artifact for Shieldbreaker. Monastery Mentor does not gain life, no. Nor is life gain something that I really like super highly value against Twin, right? Because they can do infinite damage. You think I put back the island to the mountain, just deciding which now? The way this could burn me is if I draw Seasoned Pyromancer, but there's more red sources in the deck for us to draw than blue sources, so I think this is okay. They showed me Days earlier, so now I'm playing the Abrade around Days. Playing the Mox Emerald out. Kinda like sticking to Fairy if I can. Makes them play their twin shit at sorcery speed. Yeah, I agree, Skizerp. A lot of tricky mulligans, for sure. Kind of a bummer, showing them the fractured identities here. I was hoping they would just like jam a dragon or some shit. So I've got two lines here. I can breed the Trinket Mage. I think I kind of like Fractured Identity on their Mox Pearl. Then we just like untap and play a Baneslayer Angel. Spellseeker for recall. It's a Trinket Mage, friend. Oh, you want to Fractured Identity their Imperial Recruiter to get Spellseeker? I'm not doing that. I refuse. Hopefully this Baneslayer doesn't suck too bad. Nice. So because we stole their Mox Pearl, they're not hardcasting the Muldrifter, they just Evoken. Mana short of doing everything that I want to do here. Ravages might just be winning because we have this Baneslayer out. The other line is like Ren and 6 ping Imperial Recruiter, and then have a Braid for Trinket Mage. Ren and 6 after Ravages. Well, you would need to draw the lands to cast Ren and 6. Because we Ravages, we just have a Mox Pearl here. Right? And Mox Pearl doesn't tap for Ren and 6. So I think Ren and 6 before Ravages might be a better line. Is what I'm getting at. Yeah, exactly, Blue Man. I could have breed their Mox. I think I want to breed the Trinket Mage so I get to keep my shit, though. Force. Let's Teferi down. But yeah, if they clear the Teferi, then all of a sudden counterspells are a real concern. Right, I think your questions was talking about, like, if we let the Teferi die, right? If we let the Teferi get killed by the 2-2, and then abrade their Mox to, like, potentially have a better Ravages of War. But the Ravages of War is already, like, super winning, so I don't see why you would let the Teferi die, right? Just having protection from counterspells is so good. That game made me want to have Burst Lightning in, just, like, more instant speed. Shit. I don't see any cuts, though. I don't see any cuts here. Maybe Karn. Maybe Karn's too expensive. Nah, Karn's too sweet. You can't cut Karn. Yeah, I want the Burst Lightning, though. Oh! Now that we're like into Ravages of War is like a hell of a curve, but I want Burst Lightning to be able to hit their Jace, as well as like their combo and shit. This hand's slow, potentially too slow, but our mana's good. Wasteland off the top? Eh? We still have that card, right? Deck's like, how about instead of instead of that? About a 7-mana thing. That's just resolving, huh? I'm not even sure if recall's correct here. As opposed to like grabbing like a braid or some shit. You almost want to grab interaction too, yeah, right? Like Tracker's already some good gas. Oh yeah, Tackler. Hell of a night. Let's just jam a bunch of signets here. Sure, I can go get another Mox. Interesting. Very fucking interesting, huh? cometh. Yeah, a lot of folks are asleep, Teal Jones. Ooh, you see what they're doing here? They're gonna put Splinter Twin on Restoration Angel. Oh no, they're not doing that at all. Sweet. Splinter Twin on Restoration Angel goes infinite this turn. Splinter Twin on Restoration Angel wins. If they had Splinter Twin, it would be like a really cutesy fucking line. Because they would activate the Resto, and then the Resto would then blink the Pestermite. So usually the turn that you play, that your Pestermite is summoning sick, you can't combo. But if you have a non-summoning sick Restoration Angel, you can turn Splinter Twin into a combo. So the Angel token would blink Pestermite, which would untap the original Resto, and you just do that. It just becomes a 3-card combo instead of a 2-card. Ravages into Wrath? Maybe. What if I started with Wrath? What if only Time Warp? If they have Force of Will blue card, I just lose, right? I don't think I can beat that. Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure I even like Ravages. With them having 2 Moxen. Yeah, we could go Wrath of God into Teferi, and then with the Teferi untap, Wasteland the Shelldock Isle. I think that's better. Here, Ravages is looking a little bit more tempting. Hey, good evening, Drawing. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. The Deceiver can't attack without us exiling it with Nahiri. Oops. Don't quite want to F6. Target permanent and opponent controls. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, I was just thinking about days. I guess I'll loot. And that's probably it in terms of looting and drawing extras. Like, we're probably just, like, good. Just play a land, play a Karn. Yeah, I like the idea of Spellseeker being able to grab Shadow Skull when you need a land drop. But there's so much pain in this mana base already, right? There's so many shocks. And we want to recur fetches over and over. I don't want to have to, like, bolt myself. Play Mountain. Right? Yeah. Yeah, even if Baneslayer didn't have enough time, like, Karn would have had enough time to ult. We weren't really in danger of decking. So I'm gonna grab a tapped breeding pool here and then go Vantage into Signet. We'll be in a pretty reasonable spot. And then next turn we can either Dynamo or Teferi bounce something, who knows. Vamp Tutor. Vamp Tutor implies Reanimator to me. Obviously you can play Vampiric Tutor in like any old fucking deck. But if you're playing Black and Vintage Cube, some Reanimator things going on. Well, thanks to the matchmaking pack. Maybe they just Vamp Tutored for a land or something. thought the turn that you played the Glorybringer on the last turn, I was terrified of you playing Splinter Twin on the Resto. And then you played Glorybringer, and I was like, phew. Because I had already had the Wrath in hand. Fraction Identity is usually a little slow against Reanimator, but it looks good here. Certainly looks good here. I have responses. Oh, you forgot about the Teferi? You're just like, Caleb, you didn't play your Fractured Identity! What are you doing? It's freaking the fuck out. And now Thoughtseize resolves. Thoughtseize has to take Lightning Helix, because otherwise they die. Well, they gotta beat the 7/7, right? Squee with Goblin to Bob. They're probably not intending to take very many Grizzlebrand hits here. Don't spend too long on your discard opponent. The game's not lasting much longer here. Hey, thanks, Joshy Kill. Yeah, I think this deck's sweet too. My Ren and 6 decks usually do well, and they usually play out well and stuff. Just the way that you have to build around it leads to solid looking cube decks. Baneslayer Angel is protection from fucking demons. Their anti-Grizzlebrand tech. Is this a stip? This is not a stip. You want to cut Wasteland? I also want to cut Wasteland. Pay for an island. Yeah, either an island or a mountain, right? No, it's 8 and 8. Do you want to cut a Braid? Like minus a Braid plus Burst Lightning? They might have artifacts in there, just that we didn't see. Oh, we saw that Mox. We saw that one Mox. Yeah, leaving in a Braid's fine. Let's go minus a Tarka plus Baneslayer. Minor little tweak. Yeah, so long as they're not making a Grizzlebrand on like turn 2, right? We should be okay. We have lots of ways of answering a giant thing. The mana's good with this hand. It's not the best anti-reanimator hand, but it certainly doesn't look like a mole to me. Turn 1, Entomb. How's the night been treating me? Just dandy. Just fucking dandy. What the fuck? Maybe they kept a one-laner and they were just off of it. Maybe they expected me to just, like, be able to deal with the Grizzlebrand if they made one at that point. Aggressive concession.